All exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult with your doctor before beginning this or any exercise program. The instruction is in no way intended as a substitute for medical counseling. The exercise leader, participants, and distributors of this program disclaim any liabilities or loss in connection with this exercise and advise herein.
My name is Bridget. We'll be doing a moderate low class today, so you can join me seated or standing. I've got 2 chairs here as support. I won't always be using my supports, but you will be able to have them. So I'm using small weights, a band, a ball, or a cushion, if you have those handy. If you don't have weights, a couple of bottles of water or cans of soup will work. All right, we'll get started. All right, so we'll just start with a little tap step. Warming up, we're going to warm up our whole body first, and then we'll warm up each of our major joints. So you can do your step tap, hanging onto the chair, or you can let go and have your arms moving. Good, now we're going to switch this to forward. I'm going to heel tap to the front, tapping my heel, and let's add bicep curl. We're just going light. I'm not making fists with my hands. My hands are open and relaxed. Just getting things warmed up. Good, now we're going to go back to our center march. Just walking in the center. And switch that to a tap to the back. So just tapping my toe to the back, and then I'm pushing one arm at a time to the back. Good, now back to our center and stretching it out to the side. I'm going to step to the side, reaching out, feet together, step to the side, reaching out. You always have one hand free, so you can have one hand on a chair. If you are feeling energetic, you can get both hands going, reaching out with both arms. I'll always be working within these 2 chairs, so you have something handy to grab a hold of if you need it. One more time each side, out to the side, the other side, and then we're going to go back to our center and back to your march. All right, now let's start with our individual joints. I'm going to do my ankles, so I'm going to plant one foot, step forward, stretching my ankle back on its toe, and then stepping back, lifting my toe up. I can feel the stretch in my calf. Stretching forward. I'm keeping my back straight, head and shoulders tall. Not bending my back forward or back. We're going to do one more on this side. Stepping forward and back. Back to your center. I'm planting my other foot. Lift my toe up, step forward, and stretch it back. Two more times with this side. Stepping forward and back. Forward and back. Back to your center. All right, let's go work on our knees and hips. I'm going to do a high knee to the front, just lifting my knee up, other knee up. We're just going to do a few, not working hard. Only lift as high as you can without overflexing your back. If it's only this high, that's great. And I'm hanging onto my chair for extra balance. One more time, each side, back to your center. And now hamstrings. So a hamstring is lifting your heel to the back. Don't do a sharp kick. It's more just like a gentle lift. You might not get too high, or maybe you can lift it higher, whatever works for you. You'll feel a stretch in your quads, and you'll feel effort in your hamstrings, but you shouldn't feel pain. One more each leg, up, and up, and then back to our center. Good, hands out in front, rolling your wrists, and reverse that circle. Limbering up those wrists. Open your hands and close. Open, close, open, close, wiggling your fingers. Hands on your shoulders. Keep your feet moving. I'm doing a march. You could do a little step tap if that's more comfortable for you. And our music's picking up. We're going to start picking up our speed. Hands on your shoulders and rolling your elbows forward. And rolling your elbows back. Good, and back to march. All right, if you've got some water, grab a drink of water. Take a stop just long enough to take your drink and keep those feet moving. All right, we're gonna start with cha-cha. You can have your hands on your chair or not. Up, down, 1, 2, 3. Up, 1, 2, 3. Up, back, 1, 2, 3. Up, back, 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more time each side. Up, back, 1, 2, 3. Up, back, 1, 2, 3. Back to march. And cross-country skiing. So that's a tap to the back, and your arms swing easy, like a loose arm stroll. You're just strolling along and letting your arms swing. Two more. Reaching to the front, and again, and back to a march. All right, can we keep those feet going? You can do a tap or a march. Arms up. Bring your elbows in, out, and down. Up, close fists, squeeze them in. Open palms, push them back, and push down. In and down. Out. In, out, and down. Two more times. In, out, and down. Up, in, out, and down. And back to your march. All right, we're going to go wide for 4. March your feet out wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Narrow. 2, 3, 4. Wide, arms forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Narrow. 2, 3, 4. Marching arms. 2, 3, 4. Narrow. 2, 3, 4. One more wide. 1. Pressing forward. 3, 4. Narrow. 2, 3, 4. Back to march. We're at the end of the set. Grab a drink of water. All right, get your feet moving again. Music's going to start again. We're going to start with a side step and reaching out with an open hand. Close that fist and pull it in. Picking apples, ones that want to hang onto the tree. Stepping out on an angle. Pull it in. Step it out. Pull it in. Step it out. Pull it in. Open hand, close your fist, pull it in. Open hand, pull it in. We're going to do one more each side. Step out, pull it in. Step out, pull it in. Back to your marching feet. And now we're going to do a full step to the side. Crossing your arms. Staying within your chairs. If you want, you can bring your arms up as high as your heart and bring it back down low. Crossing over, up as high as your heart. Bring it back down low. Up to your heart. Alternating, one arm then the other on top. One more time. Crossing up and down. Back to march. This time we're going to keep our feet marching and use our swimming arms, getting our arms going. Breaststroke. 1, 2, going for 4, 3, 4. Good. We're going to switch that up and do a butterfly. So 2 arms scooping up and forward. 1. You can keep it low or go high if you're able. 3, 4. Switching it to back crawl, 1 arm at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one more, front crawl. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back to march. All right. One more we're going to do is a row. So we're going to step forward. I got my hand on one chair, step forward, and row that arm back. Other side, step forward, row back. Step forward, row back. Step forward, row back. If you don't need to hang on, you can do both arms. Row back. It can be a small step or a big step. Just make sure you can safely recover from that step. Good. Reaching out one more time. Stepping forward with my right foot and then my left. Back to marching feet. All right. That's the end of the set. Grab your drink of water. Whether it's hot in the summer and we're sweating so we need water, we're so dry in the winter that we breathe out a lot of moisture. We really need to make sure we keep hydrated. Okay, last set. Rocking horse. So rocking horse, I'm going to put one hand on my chair. Knee up, heel back. Up and back. Keeping my back straight, shoulders high. You can use 2 hands. If your hand is free, you don't need to hang on. 2 more on this side. Knee up, heel back. Knee up, heel back. Back to your center. Switching to my other side. Knee up, heel back. If you don't have to hang on, you can get both arms going up and back. Good. 2 more on this side. Up and back. Up and back. Back to march. All right, we're going to do a V step. That means wide to the front and then stepping back narrow. You can hang on, or you can reach out with your hands if your hands are free. I put a little pause right here. If you want to go quicker than me, you don't want to pause, go right ahead. Notice which leg you're stepping out with, because we're going to switch it in a minute. 2 more, step out and back, stepping out and back. Back to march. Opposite direction, stepping with the other foot forward and back to your center. Remember, you can always keep a hand on your chair for safety. Good, 2 more. Good, and back to march. All right, let's do a high knee. So we're going to lift a knee up and the other knee up. You can give a little cross tap. If you want to work a little harder, we can pull it down and tap. Use a big reaching arm. You can always have one hand off the chair. 2 more each side. That's number 2. And there's number 1. And back to marching feet. All right, and last one, hamstring curls. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. I'm going to be just lifting my heels to the back. Don't kick hard, it's just a lift. My feet are kind of wide apart. I got to lean into it a little bit. And you can do a bicep curl with that if your hands are free. You can do one at a time or both. Good. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And back to march. Excellent. All right, and we're going to start our cool down. So you can grab a drink of water and we'll start our cool down. Okay. Back to that little march. Now let's go half time. Just a little side tap. Good. All right, and we're going to switch this up to a kick to the front. You can reach out with your arm, one hand on your chair, kick to the back. We're going to switch to a kick to the back, so we're going to do back to your march, and then a tap to the back with swinging arms. Good. All right, and let's go back to a march and change this just to a simple cross-country tap. Nice and easy, swing. Good. Good, and back to march. We're going to plant our feet. We're just lifting up one foot, then the other. Open and close your hands. Open and close. Open and close. Good, and looking to your right, you can put your hand on your chair for balance. And looking all the way to your left. Looking straight ahead, tuck your chin into your chest. Good, and looking straight ahead. All right, we're going to plant our feet still. Big breath in. I'm reaching out, but my arms stay below my heart. And blowing in, out. Breathing in. Keeping your arms low. Blowing out. One more, big breath in. And blow it out. Blowing out all your air. Good. All right. We're going to pull our chairs up, 1 or 2, depending what you need, and we're going to do a little bit of balance. Just turn the music down a bit. All right. This music sounds like you need to move, so we're going to try a little bit of moving balance. I'm going to put one foot in front of the other with a little bit of a space, like I just took a step. I'm going to forward onto my front foot and onto my back. Forward and back. Can you let go? Rocking forward and back. Rocking forward. Lifting my toe when I rock back. And at the back, I'm lifting my heel as I rock forward. Good. and I'm gonna switch. Other foot forward. Rocking forward and back. Try to keep your toes pointing straight ahead. You can keep your hands on your chair if you need to. Good, and back to your center. Lifting one leg up. Tap your toe, lift your toe up, tap your heel. You should feel a stretch in your shin, the stretch in your calf. If you can let go, now you're on a one leg balance. Good, and switching feet. Tap your heel, tap your toe. Heel, toe. Heel, toe. Good, both feet down. I'm going to lift one leg up. Point out to the front. Bring it in. Point out on an angle. Bring it in. Switch feet. Up. Point out. Bring it in. Point out on an angle. Bring it in. All right, let's try one more time. Again, keep your hands on your chair if you need to. One leg up. Tap to the front. Bring that foot beside. Tap to the side. Bring it in. Tap to the back. Bring it in. Switching feet. Up. Tap to the front. Tap to the side. Tap to the back. Good. Both feet together. All right, one more challenge. I'm on one foot. You can leave your toe on the ground or you can lift it up. You choose. We're going to go arms out. One arm up, one down. Switch. Crossing over your shoulders. Back pockets. Good job. All right, and switching sides. You can keep that toe on the ground or you can lift it up. Arms out. One up, one down. Switch. Crossing over your shoulders. Back pocket. Good job, both feet down. All right, now let's start some of our leg strength. I like to start with a set of sit-to stands. So we'll do that. I'm turning my chair around, have a seat. I have a chair in front of me, but I'm not going to grab it to get up. It's just there for extra balance if I need the balance when I'm standing. You can use your arms of your chair. We're going to go for 8, okay? So pushing through your heels, think about bringing your chest and shoulders up and bringing your hips forward. All the way to straight. 1, and down. And up. 2, and down. If you don't need the extra boost, you can have your arms floating, bringing them up as you stand, bringing them down when you sit. 4, and down. 5, 6, pushing up through your heels, shoulders up, bring your hips forward. 7, if you need to sit out at all, just wait and catch up with us on the next exercise. And that's 8. Good, I'm going to stay standing. And we're going to do some leg strength. I'm going to start with hamstring curls. So hamstrings are the back of your thighs. I'm going to hang onto my chair and tap my toe on the ground. Lift my heel and tap for 4, 2, 3, 4. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switching back to my first foot. I'm lifting up and pushing back for 4. 1, 2, 3. Just a tiny push back. 4. Switching sides. Keep your heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Back on your flat feet. Let's do our calves. So my feet are flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. And I control, with control, rising slowly and coming back down. Don't put weight in your chairs. They might tip on you if you really lean on them. Just a light touch for balance. Up and down. If you have painful feet, you want to just barely lift your heels off the floor. Don't go as high. And I'll show you from the side. Good, and your knees are soft. Don't lock those knees. 2 more. All the way up and all the way down. 1 more. Up and down. Good. All right, let's do a Superman. I'm going to just slide my one chair out of the way here to show you a Superman. So I step back from my chair, step forward at the hip. My knees are a little bit bent. Pushing that one leg back. You can see how I'm making a straight line from my shoulder to my hip to my foot. You can keep that toe on the ground, or you can lift it. My opposite arm reaches forward up past my ear as far as I can towards the corner of the ceiling. Good, and switching sides. Reaching out, trying to get that straight line, pushing your heel back and your fingertips forward. And switch. Make sure you're breathing easy. Breathing in and breathing out. Don't hold your breath. Good. And switch. All right, one more time each side. And switch. Good, and back to your center. All right, let's do a little bit of upper body strength. So I'm going to start with weights. If you don't have weights, you can do this with nothing in your hands. Just when you're reaching down, you have an open hand, and when you come up, you're going to close that fist. All right, and we're going to count. We're going to go to 8. So working on endurance, these are a little bit lighter weights. So palms forward, bring it up, squeeze at the top, down, up, squeeze at the top. 3, elbows stay in by your side. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now let's do a tricep. Tricep is the back of your upper arm. I'm taking a little step forward just so I can lean forward a little bit with better balance. Bending my elbows just at a 90 degree. I'm going to pull my elbows back just a bit. And then I'm pointing my finger up. And you see my finger pointing up? I'm going to point at my heel behind. Straightening my arm. Relax forward. Point behind. So my elbows go all the way straight. 3, 4, 5. Give it a squeeze at the back. It adds to the effort. 6. Squeeze at the back. 7. And 8. Good. Standing up tall. One more we're going to do here. My arms are at a 45-degree angle in front of me. Elbows tucked in at my side. I'm going to touch those weights together and open up. Touch them together, open up. You want to move your arms equally, and you want to stop before it's painful. You'll feel there's a spot, it's like, oh, that's as far as I can go. Try and keep them even so that both arms are moving the same amount. 4, 5, 6, 7, feeling that pinch between your shoulder blades, and 8. Good, let's put those weights down. And I pull my chair up. We're going to do 2 exercises for our core. One is kind of a silly, fun one. I sit at the front edge of my chair. I go up on my tiptoes. Up on my tiptoes. You can put your hands on your thighs or on your chair and just tap your tiptoes. Hold your tummy in, but keep breathing. Good, and put your feet down. Up on your tiptoes and tap, tap, tap. Good, and hold that tummy in, but keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, and down. Good. If you want to make it a little more challenging, keep your shoulders forward, up on your tiptoes, and tap, tap, tap. If you're a little bit more forward, it takes a little more work to hold. Good, and toes down. Good. If you have a ball or a cushion, you can put it behind your back. If you don't have one, don't worry. You just keep yourself up tall or use your back rest. Hands on your thighs, blowing out, pushing down on your thighs, and relax. Blowing out, pushing down on your thighs, and relax. One more time, blowing out with your tummy tucked in and pushing down on your thighs. Good, and relax. I'm going to put that ball down, and now I'm going to grab my band. I've got two more, and then we're all done our strength, and we'll just do our stretching. All right, so first off, I'm going to put my band behind my back. Put my band behind my back. If you're worried about it slipping, you can put it right under your arm so that it doesn't slip up. And I'm going to push forward, push my palms together, and bring it back. If you shorten your band, it makes it more challenging. If it's too hard, use your band really long, and then it won't be as hard. Push forward, squeeze, and pull back. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, and bring that band around the front. I like to loop it over my hand, and I'm going to hold it fairly short, reaching out in front, pull my elbows back, right arm out, in, left arm out, in, reaching forward, pull my elbows back, right arm out, left arm out, push forward, bring it back. When I push my arm out, I'm pushing my knuckles towards the wall. Don't let your wrist go crooked. Other arm out. Reaching forward, bring it back. Chin tucked in, reaching out, reaching out. One more time. Both arms forward, bring your elbows back. One arm out, other arm out. Good, and putting your band down. If you need a drink, grab a drink. We're going to do our stretching. I will start stretching from standing, and then we can, we'll switch to sitting. All right, so standing solid on 2 feet, reaching up, and can you push it so that you're coming a little bit longer in the side? Good, and switching your other arm, reaching up, and push it up. So you're lengthening that side. And down. Good. I'm going to sit now so that we can do our leg stretches from the chair. Just so that we can do both feet at the same time. Both legs out in front. My legs are fairly straight. Lifting my toes up. Trying to straighten my knees. You'll feel a stretch in your calf. If you need to hang on to your chair or your armrest to support your back, go right ahead. And then pointing both feet away from you. Stretching out your shins. Bring those feet in, sitting up tall. One leg is forward. My foot is not pulled up sharply, but just relaxed. And my knee is a little bit bent, just not locked straight. Tipping forward at the hip, you should feel a stretch in the muscle. You don't want to feel a tension right in the knee joint or pain in the knee joint. Stretch. When you stretch and you continue at home on your own, just take a big breath in and a breath out, and take your time. Switching sides, tipping forward at the hip, not at your shoulders. Don't bring your shoulders forward. Big breath in and out. Good, both feet flat. So these muscles here are called our quads. We're going to give our quads a massage, give them a rub to relax those muscles. Upper body W stretch. Arms are wide, palms open, back of your hand toward the wall behind you. Pushing back, opening up your shoulders. Big breath in and breath out. Good. Relax your shoulders and point your fingertips towards the wall behind you. Keeping your chin tucked in, shoulders tall. Big breath in and out. Good. And relax your shoulders. You can cross over. We're going to stretch the back of your arm. You can cross over like this. If you're not able to go up high, if you're able to go up high, put your hand on the same side and lift your elbow up. You can put a little bit of a push on the back of your arm if you want. Or you can just hold it up there if that's comfortable for you. Big breath in, breath out. Good, and switching sides, hand on your shoulder. Again, you can go across if you're not able to go high. If you're able to go up high, put your hand on your shoulder and your elbow comes up by your ear. Big breath in and a breath out. Good. Sitting down flat, relax your shoulders down, looking all the way to your right as far as you can. Relax your chin down to your chest, stretching all the way across your neck and looking over your other shoulder. Good. Looking straight ahead. Arms all the way out. Big stretch out. Crossing over in front. Tuck your chin in. Lift your elbows a little if you're able. Take a big breath. And let that breath out. Hold your elbows up. Notice which arm is on top. And we're going to open up one more time. Big stretch out. Crossing over with the other arm on top. Tuck your chin. Lift those elbows up if you can. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Holding your elbows. And let it go. And we're done. Good job.